the switches to maximum amplification as Parker, Dan, and Angela prepare for their operation. With trivia and plot points scrawled across their walls, laughter and debate erupts as the movie's drama calls. The world may call them crazy, minds gone astray, but genius and passion and madness all dance the same way. Now the show begins to rise from its broadcast realm, and you can open your eyes as we dissect that film.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Dissect That Film Podcast, a podcast that dissects the good, the bad, and the ugly of cinema. I am your host, Brett Parker. Joining me, as always, my wonderful co-hosts, Dan and Angelo, DNA Gaming.
Hello.
And returning once again, because he said yes, and I am always thankful for it, is our wonderful friend from the Great White North. We have Captain Steve Coates of the Bucket of Chum Shark Movie Podcast back in the house. What's going on, Steve?
I'm just so fucking happy to be here to talk about this movie.
Oh, man, I'm so happy that you're here to talk about this movie with us. I was scrambling. There was, it was tough because I wanted to try to make sure I had a guest for every episode. And then there's times where I'm just like, we have to record in 2 days and I don't have anyone.
I'm glad you wanted to talk about this movie too.
And again, Steve is here because in our Discord, I post what movie we're talking about. And Steve goes, I love this movie. And I went, you're the guy. You're the guy, Steve.
I'm surprised he's still here after the pre-show. Join Patreon to find out.
Yeah, find out.
Go find out.
All the chaos that happened in there. Don't spoil it.
Animal-themed products.
Yes. Those things. Oh, my goodness. Well, today is episode 1 of our Dissect That Film Podcast Spooktober episodes, because last week you got to listen to our Out of the Patreon Vault episode of the Monster Zone, where we talked about what the hell did we talk about? The Horror at Party Beach, which we did a couple years ago. Yeah.
Not making fun of you. I just wanted to say whores. It's not what you said. It fine. God, I can't bring up whores anymore.
Where we shared our conversation about some hot dog mouth monsters. Thanks to Angela. Because it's not just Spooktober. It is also the month of Angela. Because Angela is hitting a very big milestone in life. So we thought we would celebrate it. Sorry, Angela. I'm gonna keep pointing it out. But we're going to be celebrating it by letting Angela pick every single movie we cover in the month of October. And she picked The Horror at Party Beach for Out of the Patreon Vault. So thanks to Angela. You guys got to listen to it a few months early because that wouldn't have been out till like January. So there you go.
Yeah. You're welcome.
And then, and we have 3 Dissect That Film Podcast episodes coming out in October because there's 5 Fridays in October. So I said, screw it. We're doing 3. And then we have another Monster Zone episode coming out towards the end of the month, and it's going to be a doozy. Just strap in to what we're covering on the Monster Zone. We're going to keep it quiet because that's for next week. But today we are starting off by talking about a movie that came out the year that Angela was introduced to the world, as we're talking about 1985's House.
This is a house where no one should live.
Woman lived here before you was nuts. Wouldn't be surprised if someone just got fed up and offed her.
She was my aunt.
Heart of gold, though.
Roger Cobb has come here alone.
Daddy?
But no one is ever alone in the house.
This house knows everything about you. Leave while you can.
No!
It has been waiting for him.
Hi.
Sandy.
Now, haunts you. Horror has found a new home. House. Enter at your own risk.
Angela, what is your history with this movie?
So me and Dan were talking about this the other day because we couldn't remember when we first watched it or why we watched it. But I'm pretty sure we streamed it on Twitch because it was recommended, or either through that or through our Discord. It was recommended by
One of our
I
form
guess
person.
I think it was one of our good friends that was watching that night
Yeah, I think so.
and told us to watch it, and I'm so glad we did.
All right.
I watched it again today at work.
That's a great day at work.
Yes, it was nice.
Steve, what is your history with House?
I have a very long history with this movie, going on like 35-year long history. I used to watch this movie when I was 2 years old. I taught myself how to use the like top loader VSR. It was a Panasonic one, like fucking huge, like 3 times the size of like a normal VHS player from like the 90s. Like it was huge. Cost like $1,500 brand new, I think.
God.
Yeah, it's massive. I still own it. It's in storage right now, but I still have it. I used to watch a few movies on repeat. There was Bambi, 48 Hours, and House.
What a mix.
Variety.
Yeah. Oh, and Dick Tracy. That was another favorite as well. But this movie I used to put on fucking repeat. And when I was about 5 years old, I was taken to the babysitters one day and I brought this movie with me. My stepmother had no idea what it was. I was just like, yeah, I'm going to bring this movie with me. She's like, okay, whatever. She comes to pick me up and the babysitter's like, yeah, maybe don't bring this. It's not really appropriate for children or something. And like, I was just so desensitized to it because I had seen it so many times at that point. But yeah, I watch this movie like probably at least once a year, sometimes more. Yeah, it's an absolute fucking favorite of mine.
All right. Dan, what about you?
Mine is the same as hers, except
You didn't watch it at work today?
I didn't watch it at work today. No. I was cleaning tables, which is not what I do. It was really weird. You ever put a floor cleaner on a table to clean it? It was fucking weird.
I can't say it. Maybe I am. I feel like I am.
I didn't until today. So if anybody else has watched this, I'm like, hey, I've done that. Please say something. But I just remember seeing this VHS cover a lot in rental stores with the hand. Like that's I really remember. Oh, Parker's got it. Yeah, really. Yep.
Yeah, that's the proper Arrow cover. If anybody else has this Arrow, flip your fucking covers.
Here, I'll show off the other one too because it's on the inside. It's fine, but this
yeah, the sequel's got a very similar one too, actually.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Very similar, but a little different.
Yeah, slightly.
Yes. But that's about it. Like I watched it when she watched it. We first watched together a handful of years ago now. I don't remember how long now. And then like I'm sure maybe my cousins watched it around me at some point in the past because I kept thinking it was the rental store. And I think my uncle had this. I don't know. It's fuzzy, but that's it. I don't really have much to say other than that.
Mine is just the typical. Oh, I saw the cover at the little hole in the wall video rental place, and my dad would take us to, and I was like, that looks cool. And I think I only saw it once growing up, and then I watched it earlier this year for like the second time, and as an adult, I was like, this movie is fucking awesome. Like it was one of those movies where I remember always seeing the cover and I knew I had seen it, but it was like trying to remember like the movie itself, like what actually happens in this movie. And then seeing it again as an adult, and I was like, oh, this movie rules. Like just the practical effects of it just made it so fun. But yeah, I don't really have like a crazy history. It's just one of those, I mean, the cover is just so iconic. So it's like, of course, I was going to rent it because it just looked cool. So yeah, House was directed by Steve Miner. Another Steve Miner movie. We've covered now, I think this is our 5th Steve Miner movie we've covered. We've covered his 2 Friday the 13ths. we covered Lake Placid in 99, and we talked about Halloween H2O in our Halloween franchise breakdown. So we've talked about Steve Miner quite a few times. It was written by Fred Dekker and Ethan Wiley. Fred Dekker, we've talked about a couple times on the show, as he was the writer and director of Night of the Creeps. He's also writer and director of Monster Squad. He also did The Predator in 2018, which just watched that movie recently. Not as bad as people said it is. It's actually
I like it too. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
To watch.
Yeah.
It has its problems, but
yeah, the ending's kind of stupid, but
oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, we've talked about Fred Dekker a few times. Fred Dekker actually wrote this as it was supposed to be a segment to a Twilight Zone episode.
Okay.
And
I could see that.
Him and Steve Miner were actually working together to make that happen. It didn't work out, and so they decided, why not make it a full feature-length film? Crazy thing is that the one of the reasons this movie exists is because Steve Miner and Fred Dekker were supposed to make a Godzilla movie together.
Yes.
They actually got the rights from Toho to do a Godzilla movie, and it didn't go through. Fred Dekker would still write the script for Godzilla 1985, which is the American version of Return of Godzilla, which we've covered on the show.
Yeah.
But there was actually supposed to be our first Americanized Godzilla, was supposed to be from Steve Miner and Fred Dekker. And then it just fell apart. And so they were like, well, let's do that idea you had for that Twilight Zone episode. And then we got House. It was produced by Sean S. Cunningham, who is a producer. I feel like he didn't really do a whole lot. He was the director of the original Friday the 13th, and he's been involved in the Friday the 13th franchise for a while. He's also the reason why we haven't gotten new Friday the 13th stuff in like a decade and a half, up until that short film that just came out like a month or so ago. But this is a lot of this production were people that worked on Friday the 13th, like at least the first few, especially the ones that Steve Miner had worked on. The music was done by Harry Manfredini, who did the music for the majority of the Friday the 13th franchise. This score is probably one of my favorite scores that he's done.
it's so good. I love the score. When I was rewatching it today, I was like, fuck, the score for this is just really good. Like, it is so well done.
You can tell it's Harry Manfredini, but it just feels so good because you're like, it's as iconic and as great as the Friday the 13th theme is, and his score for those, they're all relatively the same. There's not a huge difference other than like the disco theme you get in like Friday Part 3, which is one of the greatest themes ever. But the score for this is fantastic. Just the cues and everything he was doing. I was like, I see you, Harry. I see you.
It really elevates this movie to a whole other level.
Absolutely. So it was released December 6th, 1985. And I guess for the rest of the world, it came out in 1986. So it's one of those things where people either can say it came out in 85 or 86. It depends on where you lived. It had a budget of $3 million, which is just crazy to think about because that just seems so low. But then you look at like movies that came out earlier that decade, and I was like, okay, maybe that is quite a bit of money. Made $22.1 million at the box office, so it did pretty good. I say it was a success. We got 3 more House movies. We got House 2, The Second Story, which is a kind of the same movie again, but
yeah, it's the same, but not in the same house or having anything to do with the first movie.
Yeah.
But
it's like ultimately the same plot as the first one. It's kind of like Night of the Living Dead and Night of the Living Dead Part 2, where it's like it's the same movie but different, just enough. And then you had
Evil Dead 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, Evil Dead 1 and 2 was like, that is ultimately
Very
the
close.
same movie. Yeah. But then we got House 3. I don't remember what was that one just called like Ghost Story or something like that?
It's called, I think in some places it might have been, but it's also subtitled The Horror Show.
No, it was called The Horror Show. Like that was in some countries it was just called The Horror Show, but then they slapped House on it just so that people would actually see the movie.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with anything. It's not like people don't even technically consider it a house movie.
No,
But-
it's a great movie, but it has nothing to do with this franchise other than having the label slapped on in Europe.
Yep. And then there was House 4, which was the
House Party.
repossession in 1992.
Which is a sequel to the first movie, but also retconning, because in the fourth movie he has like a daughter instead of a son or something like that. So like it's very bizarre. It's one of the most bizarre like franchises.
That is, and okay, the poster is, I don't know how I feel about that one. It's just home.
There's a talking pizza in
deadly
it.
home.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
It's almost pizza.
That one was written by Jim Wynorski.
Oh, we have
Oh
to cover
my
it now.
God.
Holy shit.
I
explains
call
the
dibs on
talking
being a guest
pizza.
on that episode.
William Catt came back for that? All right.
Briefly.
Okay, briefly. He was in it for a scene.
Yeah.
Here I am. All right, see you later.
Yeah.
He does the thing that Grandpa does in The Simpsons, where he walks in the door and then walks
Walks
right
in
back
the door.
Oh, God. So its first weekend, it made $5.9 million. It barely lost to Pretty in Pink that year for the top grossing film of the weekend.
Wow.
Yeah. It made 19.4 out of its $22.1 million just in North America. So it didn't really have much of an international audience.
Yeah, well, I think wasn't a lot. It was probably common for horror in that era anyway. American horror.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
didn't get out much.
Yeah, the low budget stuff. So yeah, so it was filmed mostly in California, LA. It was. I was looking up like who did the effects. Really, not. It wasn't a studio. They just were able to find a bunch of effects artists that had worked prior. They had just finished working on Return of the Jedi, so they had a bunch of effects artists that had worked on Return of the Jedi, and they're like, "Hey, you want to come over here?" And then they just kind of grabbed a bunch of random people to do all of these awesome puppets and animatronics and all that, which are
Is it
fantastic.
musical chairs? Like, all
Yeah,
right,
it
stay.
worked. They did a great job for, the little budget. If even $3 million back then, it's like still not that much
Yeah.
for what they were able to do. For the cast, we got William Catt as Roger Cobb. William Catt, people might know from Carrie. That's pretty much what I know him from. I don't really know him from anything else. We talked
Greatest
about,
American Hero.
I saw that. I saw that he was in that show. Never heard of it.
Oh, really? I think I
No.
only know of that show because he was in it, and I was such a fan of this movie. So it's the only reason I know about that show at all.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. He was in a weird superhero type show. Okay, that's cool.
Yep.
We talked about his mom last month. She was in the giant spider invasion.
Oh my god, who was?
I can't remember what her name was.
Fuck.
I think she was the scientist.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
He's been in a lot of stuff. It's a lot of scrolling.
George Wendt as Harold Gordon. I don't like how they give these
Yes.
people last names when you never hear it. He's from Cheers. That's where
Yes,
you're going to know him
Norm.
from. He's Norm from Cheers. And he is the uncle of Jason Sudeikis, I think. Was it Jason
Oh, shit.
Sudeikis? I think it's Jason Sudeikis. Yeah. I could be wrong.
Better
Somebody's
you
going to
know.
yell. Somebody's going to yell at me
The
'cause
other
there's probably
guy
not
from
that.
Cheers is in the second movie.
John Ratzenberger?
Yeah, he's in the second movie.
The Pixar guy?
Yeah.
All right, dude. Who does he voice? Oh no, if he was in the fourth one, I bet he'd voice the pizza.
Yes, it is. Okay, I was just making sure that I said the right person. It is Jason Sudeikis. Okay. We have Richard Mull as Big Ben. He was in. That's right. He's Two-Face from Batman the Animated Series. I did
No
not.
shit.
Yeah,
Harvey Dent.
yeah, he is
No,
Harvey.
That's
Dent.
pretty cool.
Yeah, he was.
That's fucking wild.
He was in Batman the Animated Series. He was in the new Batman Adventures, and then he reprised the role in
Nice.
Batman Brave and the Bold for an episode.
That is kick ass.
Right. He just passed away a couple years ago.
Yeah.
He was also big on Night Court. I think the original run of Night Court. He was in like Married with Children, a lot of TV stuff. I knew that name sounded familiar when I saw it in the credits, but I couldn't put his face to anything. And then I remember when he passed away and I saw his name and I was like, oh, that's right. It's because of his voice. but he doesn't say, in this movie. You can't tell, so I didn't put two and two together there. All right, Kay Lentz as Sandy Sinclair. I think that's the ex-wife, right?
Yeah.
The
soap opera star.
The one who's got the Joker smile.
Yeah.
She's got it big. I was like, wow, that hurts my mouth. Mary Stevian as Tanya, who's just there because she's hot.
Gosh, she annoys the fuck out of me, dude.
She's kind of a bitch.
We're gonna get to her when we get to that point of the movie. I got some fucking things to say about Tanya.
Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
We got Michael Ensign as Chet Parker, who's Chet Parker? Was that the real estate guy?
It was the real estate guy.
Okay.
I was like, he walked in.
The one who looks like
Parker?
John Cleese.
Yeah, I was like,
yes.
I was like, is that Parker's dad?
He was in Ghostbusters. He was the guy at the hotel who lets them into the ballroom.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah. He was in Titanic too. I can't remember what he was in Titanic, but he was there.
Benjamin Guggenheim?
You made that
Oh, yes.
Wait.
Is he the guy? I think he's the guy who comes down the stairs and they're like, put a life jacket on, sir. And he's like, no, I have my finest clothes on. I'm going to die like a gentleman. He's that guy. He's got a cool twirly mustache.
Yes.
Just goes down with the boat. Then explodes.
Susan French is Aunt Elizabeth Hooper. She did a lot of TV stuff. She was in Quantum Leap, Star Trek The Next Generation.
Jaws 2.
She was in Jaws 2?
Who was she in Jaws 2?
I don't know.
So you know the old lady who witnesses the boat explosion? Yeah, that's her.
Oh
No
my
way.
God.
Yeah.
She was the witness to tell him that it was a misunderstanding. It's not what you think it is.
Whoa! Stop pouring the gasoline on yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I think that's the main cast, so we will move on. I think it's time to dissect the plot of House 1985. We got to make sure I got to make sure to say House and then the year, because there was a House that came out in the 70s. It's a Asian
77,
film.
I think.
An Asian ghost story house or ghost story film.
A series.
Then there was the TV show about the doctor.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I watched that too. I watched that every week.
Hey horror friends, welcome to Tomb of Terrors. I'm Old Man Brad, your guide into darkness. Here, every episode is a journey into horror. I'm digging up the latest releases, having conversations with the filmmakers who bring these nightmares to life, or sometimes dragging in my friends to explore cult classics, like Bruno Mattei's Cruel Jaws. There's something spine-tingling around every corner. So whether you love a bloody Italian slasher, a chilling ghost story, or those hidden treasures scattered throughout Tubi, this tomb has something for every horror fan. Just dim the lights, cozy up in a blanket, and step inside. If you dare.
All right, we ready? For our first Spooktober 2025 episode breakdown, it's time to dissect that film. So the movie starts with negative exposures of the house over the credits.
Spooky.
Don't do that.
God, I miss opening credits. Why don't we get these anymore?
The credits are sweet.
I miss them. You get the great. You get your introduction to the theme. You kind of get your place, and you're just like, where am I? What's going to happen? Like, what are we going to do here? Yeah, and then you get the negative exposure, which makes it spooky, right?
Yep, spooky.
So a young delivery boy, he is delivering some groceries to this big old house. And
come on in, delivery boy.
Yeah, and he does a little bit too much exploring, and he ends up finding pretty gruesome discovery. I just love when he passes the painting up the stairs and he looks and it's just like naked. I don't know if it was a naked man or a woman. It's like ass out and just like he's just like ew.
I'll stare directly at it.
And and he finds Mrs. What the hell was her name? Mrs. Hooper. Mrs. Hooper.
Say yells her name.
Hanging in her room, and
She drives the boat.
She drives the boat.
This is why you're here, Steve. Captain Steve. Sorry.
Hooper drives the boat, Chief. So yeah, he runs out of there. He's fucking out, man. He doesn't even kick up his kickstand. He's like, no, that shit's gonna go up anyways. So, you gotta go. And they're at the funeral, and this is where we meet our main character, Roger Cobb, played by William Catt, and we meet some other people that are there. Not that important. And the guy's just like, yeah, so your aunt wasn't crazy. Like she wouldn't do that to herself. And he's like, okay, thanks for saying that. He's like, my wife, she's crazy. And I was like, oh.
Just so random.
I just love that Rogers was like, okay, thanks. I'm gonna go over here. Thanks, pal. We find out that Roger is a famous author. He writes a lot of like I'm guessing like horror novels, right?
He's a horror novelist.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the book that he was writing or he was signing for. But he's at a book signing.
Like Blood Dance.
Yes, that's right.
The Bloodning.
The Blood.
I'd read that. I'd fucking watch that movie.
Why wasn't an Underworld movie called that? Underworld, The Bloodening.
Think of Simpsons.
Blood Wars. Get out of here. That's
so fucking weak.
Stupid. But everybody's clamoring to get his signature, and you got the one who's like, oh, what's your next book gonna be? Do you know? And he's like, yeah, so I think I'm gonna write something about my experience in Vietnam. And the guy's just like, oh, cool. All right, I'm gonna go now. And then this woman, she's like peeking around the corner. And she's like, hey. And I was like, hey, that's Frau from Austin Powers.
Oh, yep.
The Mindy Sterling. She's just woman in bookstore in this movie. But for you who don't know, she is Frau. She is Dr. Evil, one of Dr. Evil's henchmen in the Austin Powers movies. So he is like, he's having like writer's block. He really needs to write this book. He's having an argument with his manager, I'm guessing, or his publicist.
Probably, yeah, his agent or whatever.
Yeah. And I just love that when he gets home, he like gets to his typewriter and he's starting to type. Or no, he's actually typing on a computer, isn't he? He's not actually.
Yeah, I think so.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
The most generic name. It was like my nightmares in Vietnam. I'm like, you couldn't. Yeah. That's it. That's the title. Yeah. I really hope that's just a placement title. It's like when I'm trying to title my YouTube videos, I'm like, it's just going to be the movie name, and then I'll figure something out later.
Yeah.
I hope that's the case here.
That's why I like those dice on certain games. It's like, oh, we're going to just give you a random name because I suck at naming things.
Yes. AI, I'm not a fan of AI, okay? AI, especially like art and stuff like that. But like when it's like generate a title for me, I'm actually cool with that. You can do that for me. Like this is the thing. Make me titled because I literally sit there and I go, I don't know what to do. And then I do something. I'm like, that sounds good. And then I look back and I have like 10 other videos that have the same title, just a different movie. You're like, damn it. So
why didn't you tell me?
The worst.
Now you're floundering.
No wonder these things only get 10 views.
Well, I play WoW and I have to come up with names for my characters. The best one I came up with was Methany, though.
Methany?
Yes.
That's good.
I was excited about that one. That was one of those nights where you're drinking and you play a game. That's where that one came from.
I mean, one of my characters in Diablo 3, I think it was Diablo 3, was Balchinian.
Damn right.
The only good thing that came out of Men in Black 2.
Supermarket Simulator, and I had to name my supermarket, and I just named it Cum Guzzler, and it let me do that.
I go down to the local Cum Guzzler, get some milk and eggs.
God, we're so mature.
Convenience stores that are called Come and Go.
Hey, come and go, baby.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Those are great.
Oh, God. So
I need somebody to join the get on the Discord and post a picture of a come and go sign. I've been there.
All right.
We've been in one.
We have. Where
Together.
our kids were born.
All right. Too much
Statewide,
information. So Roger has to call the FBI because you find out that his son disappeared. You're like, oh,
yeah. Okay. Let's leave that fact.
So
out.
there's this thing. And then his ex-wife calls and he's got to pretend like he's in a poker game or he's hanging out with friends so that, he doesn't seem like a, lonely loser, as she's like at a soap opera award ceremony getting like grabbed by this random guy and she just looks so pleased. And I'm like, that's not cool, bro. He's like, oh, thanks for grabbing my wrists like that. Don't do that. But go ahead, Dan.
Oh, no, I was going to say one thing I want to comment on because we've moved past it. It just reminded me is where he's doing the autographs is I kind of like the perspective of in the face of the person. Like they're getting in his face that kind of uncomfortable. I mean, they're already being, let's be honest, they're being weird. Like, let's be frank. And it just adds to the whole uncomfortableness of the situation.
Yeah. Because the woman, Mindy Sterling's character there, she's like, oh, aren't you married to Sandy Sinclair? And he's like, no, we're actually divorced. And she's like asking very personal questions and he's answering. And he's also turning to his publicist like, fucking weirdos. But clearly, when you hear him call the FBI and then he gets the call from his ex-wife, I feel like you can figure it out early on maybe why they got divorced, because if they're, most likely it was her kid, early in the stage of the movie, that's what you're kind of putting together. Like all of us actually know that, yes, the son was, but yeah, it kind of pieces it together early, which is, I'm okay with. I'm okay when you kind of get answers early on, as long as everything kind of makes sense as we go along. So he has a nightmare about his son. What?
Okay.
So this is the nightmare of when his kid disappeared and he's at his aunt's house. Like, do they live there? Is that what's going on?
Yeah. He grew up there because she took him in when his parents died, because he tells that to the real estate agent when he's looking at the house. So I'm assuming that they would probably visit there. I mean, it's a big fucking house. So they must have been living there because the son had his own room in there.
Yeah.
Because he sleeps in the bed. So they must have been living there.
So yeah, he just vanishes. And it's one of those things where it plays with your mind, because there's a moment where he runs to the front of the house and you think he got kidnapped because his car just burns out and just drives away. And you're like, oh shit. But he doesn't react to the car. He's like, oh, we got to check in the back. And, that's when Sandy comes out and she's also freaking out. And so they go back and then he sees him thrashing around in the pool and he dives in and he's not there. And that's when he wakes up. But it's like one of those, it's like the whole dream is messing with our heads, because it's like, what actually happened? Because how does a kid just disappear in the pool?
Yeah.
Yeah, without a trace. But then you also have the car in the front, but also they don't react to the car. So it's like this. It's like the dream is trying to piece things together, but it can't. So that's what's going on in his mind, which is pretty interesting. So you find out, as Steve stated, that Roger grew up in the house. His parents had passed away. He grew up with his aunt, and he has this reoccurring dream about his son disappearing. He's walking around with the realtor, who I'm guessing he's known for a long time, or the realtor has known his aunt for a long time, but he's trying to sell the house. And he's trying to get Roger to okay him selling the house, but then Roger doesn't want to. But then we get a moment where he has a harpoon in his hand and he shoots it. Shoots it within inches of this man's jugular. And just...
Oops, sorry.
Oopsies. Sorry about that.
Let me go change my pants now.
And
then he starts talking about the painting, and Roger's just looking at him like, you almost just fucking killed me with the harpoon.
He kind of just moves on from that moment. I'm sorry. If that happens to me, I'm like, you gotta go. This is over. We gotta talk another day, because My life just flashed before my eyes.
Yeah.
We'll
Like,
talk over
holy
the phone
shit.
next time.
But yeah, they check out this painting and it's got like flying tools and stuff is like floating around this room, and it's a woman standing there staring into like an open door. And Roger's like, "Oh yeah, that's her closet." And I'm like, well, that's random. How of all doors that you knew that was the closet? All right.
Yeah.
Whatever, Roger. And yeah, he decides he's not going to sell it. So Roger's like exploring the house and he goes upstairs. He hears a voice and he goes into the room and he sees his aunt, and she's explaining it to him like, the house made me do it. Like the house is doing things to me that I wouldn't do. And then it like shows her getting on the chair like she's about to hang herself. And then as soon as she does it, she disappears, which I was good with. I like the whole fact that we don't actually see it happen. We got the visual in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
So she pretty much warns him, like, don't let the house trick you too. So he immediately goes and sleeps within his, I'm going to put in quotations, his dead son's room, which is just, doesn't seem, I don't know. Is that, do you think that'd be comforting?
I don't know.
I
Seems
don't
weird.
know. I guess it's just
Yeah.
how people would grieve. I mean, I think Roger also believes that his son is still alive. That's the thing.
Yeah,
he's
because he like you get the conversation from the FBI guy where he's been also calling the CIA. So like he's not technically dealing with this in a healthy way.
No.
Like he's just not dealing with it really.
Yeah, because when he calls the FBI guy, he's like, "Hey, have you heard anything about my son?" He's like, "No," and he's like, "Oh yeah, about I can't remember." He said another name. He was like, "Yeah, can you stop calling him?" He's like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry." So he goes out the next morning. He's wearing the deepest V sweater a man
Oh my god.
should ever wear.
Yeah.
It's literally below his tits. Like he's just, "What's up? How you doing?"
You gotta show him off.
Hey, good for him.
Ladies do it. He's got to do it too.
Pretty good shape. Yeah. But he's got to fight some, I think, was it a dog that like knocks over his garbage?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But he like fights with that thing. And then Harold shows up, George Wentz, and he's like, "Oh, hey, yeah, the woman who lived in the house, she was kind of crazy. So I wouldn't put it past her if somebody just got sick of her and killed her." And he's like, "Yeah, that's my aunt. Oh yeah, she was great. She was great.
Heart of gold.
Heart of
Beautiful
gold.
for
Yeah.
her age.
Yeah.
She was a saint. Oh my gosh, I laughed so hard every time I thought.
That's so
He's good.
good.
Of course,
Just without missing a beat. He just
yeah,
rolls.
so
Yeah.
good.
Every scene he's in is just like pure gold in this movie.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
So natural. You also meet the other neighbor across the street, Tanya, and of course she's running. And Roger's like, "Hey, how you doing? I forgot how to talk. Hey."
He's got a type.
He sure does, because
You do.
Tanya
Yeah.
and Sandy are very interchangeable.
Yeah.
So Harold figures out who Roger is and gets really excited. He's like, "Oh, can you sign my book?" And just reaches into his pocket and pulls out this crumbling book. It's just like pages are just falling all over the place. And then he's like, "You got a pen?" No, okay, I gotta go home. And he's like, and Roger's like, "You know what? Maybe we can talk later. We can hang out later, but I'm gonna go in the house. I'm gonna get some solitude. All right. So I don't want anyone to bother me because I'm trying to write my next book. So solitude." He's like, "Okay, yeah. So while he's typing on his computer, he's having Vietnam flashbacks. I don't know why that's
due to you.
I don't know why that's funny.
Trees
It's
start
just-
speaking binary. What the hell?
I think the perfect transition to this would have been the background, like behind Roger is the jungle, like instead of it
That
being
would have
the
been cool,
walls, I think it
yeah.
would like transitions. Like if it shows it from the front and it shows, you don't see the computer screen, you just see Roger, and then it kind of like pans and then it just turns into the jungle. I think that would have been pretty cool.
I would have liked this. I know somebody's done this before, and they probably didn't do it because of that. But I wish he was on a typewriter. Typewriter's mechanical.
Yeah.
Type fast enough. It can kind of sound vaguely like gunfire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like transition
Yeah.
to it.
I know there are movies out there that have done that.
Yes, there are.
But no, that
It's
makes
a
a lot of
cliche.
sense. Yeah. But this is where we kind of see what Roger was doing in Vietnam. He was, we see his squad. We see Big Ben, who's this
Good
massive
old Big Ben.
Richard Mole, who was just a huge man. And he doesn't like this commanding officer giving him orders. And I just love Roger's like, well, that's kind of his job. Like, that's what he's supposed to do. But then we get this weird moment where we're back with Roger, like in the house, and he's got, for some reason, he loves watching his wife's soap because her soap is on. And boy, you think acting in soaps are bad now? They were worse back then. They were awful.
Some of the shit they say later on, we'll get to it when he's babysitting the kid. Like some of the shit they say on that show is fucking great.
That's the best one because you
Yeah.
don't see much in this one, but he just takes the remote, he turns that off. But then his son is in the window and he's like, Daddy, come get me. And he turns him off with the remote too. It just like, oh, okay.
That's weird.
Bye.
Really loved his kid.
Oh man, but they keep showing him in this V-neck sweater, and I'm like, God damn.
Look at these titties for you, bro.
So he is interested to see what is in this closet that was in that painting. So he goes to that room. He opens up the closet, nothing. But then you hear the clock strike midnight, and then he goes to open it again, and this fucking war demon, which is what it's called, pops out. This is his literal amalgamation of a bunch of different things. There's like, you could see like people's faces, and it's this
cool.
It's this monster that just comes out of the closet and attacks him, scratches them all up, and then he's able to put it back in. And
He harms his titties, dude.
yeah, he's great. Dude, he tears the sweater.
Oh,
The sweater. Oh no, he was wearing a robe. He was
had
wearing
the
a robe in this
bathrobe
one. He had
on,
the
yeah.
bathrobe on. Right.
Sweater's fine, guys. We're okay.
Yeah. All I know is that
it was his favorite bathrobe.
all I know is that
taking
after I
his
take a
wife's hair.
shower and I put a bathrobe on, the first thing I do is like, I'm just going to start exploring the house.
Looking for ghosts.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'm in my
This guy's
attire.
Yeah, I understand. This guy's a little more well-to-do, and that's fine. Maybe. I know there's other people that do. I don't. Who the fuck? Listen. If you listen to the show, comment somewhere if you wear a bathrobe, and you're a dude.
Oh,
I see more ladies. There's nothing wrong with dudes that do it, but I see much more women do it.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never worn a bathrobe.
I
ever.
sweat
right there.
like a pig no matter what the temperature is. So if I take a shower and then put on a bathrobe, I'd have to just hop back in the shower because I'd sweat so much it would just be like, well, then I guess I got to take another shower because
You just get out of the shower.
Yeah.
No, this is sweat.
That's
I
why
think I
like
would wear
thin
a
ones.
bathrobe, but like I've never owned a bathrobe, and I've never had
me
the
either.
desire to buy one. If somebody gifted me one, I would actually probably use it, but I have like no desire to go out and buy one because I also feel like I'd be the same thing too, where I'd be too sweaty and have to fucking go and take a shower again after.
2
Yeah.
showers.
Get
Double
the,
shower.
Get
Yeah.
the waffle print ones. They're awesome. They're thin. They're like ones you get from a hotel.
And
They're
I like
awesome.
I like to reiterate, I'm not making fun of dudes that do it. I'm just saying like that's not something I know that many gentlemen do. And I'm not saying it's making fun of people that do it, but
The wintertime is
Please
when I
don't.
wear a bathrobe.
wintertime?
Yeah, the wintertime.
Okay, that makes
Because it's colder.
That
So
makes
like
sense,
my
yeah.
house is a little chillier. So, in the morning I throw on the bathrobe. It's like kind of like a sweatshirt. So
Yep.
yeah. Christmas
Makes sense.
morning, you're wearing a bathrobe.
we need to get Parker one of
heck
those
yeah.
V-neck ones.
Yeah, just give me the
I can
really
wear that.
deep V-neck.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
Yeah. Just kind of push it up a little bit.
I want this sweater turned into a bathrobe. That's what I want.
There you go. Maybe it's the house fucking with him. Maybe it was a bathrobe the whole time. It wasn't this shirt because it's preposterous.
The funny thing is his attire is like he's not wearing a shirt underneath. He's got this really low V-neck sweater, and then he has like not dress pants, but like a step below dress pants, and then he's wearing loafers.
Business casual.
I'm like,
I mean-
what is this?
We have it going over here, and there's a scene where he's wearing just like a regular gray sweater, and it's fine. Like I'd wear that.
Yeah.
Like it's a nice sweater. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right. Maybe in the winter, not in the summer. I too would die, even though I'm just a stick. I won't get warm.
I would wear it too because it's pretty baggy. I like
Yeah, that's
that
okay.
style.
It would be better if it was a striped sweater, because the best time to wear a striped sweater is all the time.
Very true.
Shout out to anybody that gets that reference.
I knew that's where you're going.
Oh man. So this monster attack leads him to set up surveillance cameras all aimed at this closet. And right as he's he's got the goggles on, he's got the whole setup, and
He's got Betamax. He's set to fucking go.
yeah. He's got to make sure all the red lights are on. All right,
Yeah.
that one's recording. That one's recording. We're good. But right as he's about to open the closet after midnight, Harold shows up, and so he doesn't actually end up doing it. And we have this really intense, like Harold buys Chinese food, and they're eating Chinese, and it just, dude, Roger is like, I don't think he blinks this whole scene. He's like sitting over there across the table. He's like, hey, Harold, do you believe in ghosts? And Harold's like, I mean, I guess. It's like, oh my God, dude, blink, please. Does he lose his mind? Has he slept? I don't think so. Oh my God. And so after this experience, Harold goes home and calls Sandy to tell him he's concerned for Roger.
Which is fair. I mean,
you know what time it is?
Except calling. Listen, I it's weird calling his ex-wife randomly. I have no idea how he got her number. Just
he steals
his
address book.
Steals his pocketbook. Yeah.
Really weird. The
Does he
concern
know
is
her name?
yeah. I mean, I'm assuming he knows because he follows the dude, so he probably knows what her. The concern, I guess, is somewhat well placed, but it's weird. I
mean,
don't know.
to be
I like
fair,
Harold.
before he brought the food over, there was that before he opened the door where he gets everything ready and he's dressed up in his full like Vietnam guard, and then he goes like rolling around the house doing fucking army rolls, and then he goes outside and he slides down on his knees, and Harold's just there with his dog in his yard.
Hey,
and he's just like, oh hey.
Also, he does this test run, which is what occurs for him to get outside. But I'm like, so you're just going to open the door and see what's inside and then run away? Like, okay. I just love him. He's like, what you doing? He's like, oh, just doing some things around the house. I got to go.
Solitude.
Yeah, solitude. Remember that. Solitude.
Harold's like, oh, writing a book looks like fun. I like his library.
Yes, very cool.
The library where he's like behind him, where he's brought his book is so fucking cool.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So
that smells wonderful in there, like old books.
I love I love going into like a library and just walking down one of the rows and you just smell the old book smell.
Oh yeah.
You need that in your life once in a while. So we get more Vietnam flashbacks. It's Roger running point with Ben as they're, I don't know really what the hell they're doing. They're just wandering through the jungles.
Yeah.
We're back in reality, and the marlin that's hanging on the wall just springs to life. Just
hello.
Yeah. I'm alive now. This is the record marlin at the time. Just so you know.
Billy Bass before Billy Bass.
That's what I said when when this scene pops up. I was like, that's 100% where they got the idea for Billy Bass. I was waiting for it to start singing. But it can't be Take Me to the River. It's got to be like it's got to be like Show Me the Way to Go Home, or it's got to be one of the Jaws songs.
Oh my gosh. Yes, please.
Yeah. Was it Fair Maidens of Spain or whatever?
Farewell, let it do. That song.
Yep. Just play that. So it won't be country music, it'll be sea shanties.
Yes, 100%. Yep.
Somebody's like, I've seen that. I've seen that movie. That'd be a really good like gag Christmas gift.
Oh man. This movie gives such Evil Dead vibes when he is fighting the entities of the house. Like when he's slapping the shit out of the sword part of the marlin. And then he runs and he grabs the freaking double barrel shotgun and just puts a hole in this thing.
And then it fucking squeals.
Oh my God. It's awful.
I loved you, Roger.
So
remember the good times. What?
I didn't even catch you. What times? I wasn't even there. Why'd you do this to me, Roger? Take me to the river. You don't even live in a river.
He sets it like down in the river, like tears and shit.
Put me in the water.
Oh, damn it.
So they don't have a singing marlin, but there is a swinging Sammy swordfish.
Same thing. Same thing.
That's acceptable.
Swordfish are just ugly. Marlin are actually like majestic looking fish. Swordfish are like the ugly cousins.
Get you a singing swordfish and a Billy Bass and have them sing.
Well, they fight it out.
Swordfish is delicious.
I've never had it. I bet it is. Oh, fuck. I bet it's good. I bet it's good.
I don't think you can. Well, I mean, you probably could eat marlin, but I don't know if it's legal.
I mean, you can eat anything, but
that is true. That is true. I meant like legally, you know.
I put a lot of things in my mouth. Believe you me, there.
Stop right there.
You know, when you have to yell at your kids, like when they're little, to not put that in their mouth, but we're as adults, we're still doing that. Don't put that in your mouth.
Can I tell you this story now? Have I told this story on here with Victor? So Victor, when I used to work at the movie theater, Victor used to come in and help me at the movie theater. And he was like 3 or 4. We were just hanging out, and we had the metal poles with the velvet ropes, right, to kind of like direct. And he just ran over there one time. He just like grabs onto it and just puts it in his mouth. I was like, son, stop putting things in your mouth. You're just like your mother. Just kidding. Ben still remembers that to this day because he was saying that. But he was cool. Listen, like that did happen. That I said every word of that. All that's factual. But Victor was really cool because I used to have him come in on slow days, on matinees, and he was like I said, 3 or 4. And he would go up to the ticket counter when it was slow, and like everybody loved it because there was a little kid there, and he would interact with like, you know, you usually have older folks come in on like early shows, and they had a great time. He had a great time. We paid him in popcorn, candy, and drinks.
The best way to be paid when you're that age.
No shit. Hell,
people change.
Pay me that now.
Yeah, I do it now. If somebody's like, "Hey, you want to help me out?" I was like, "I'll give you food." I'm like, "Yeah."
I got to get more personal with my local theater so I can get some perks.
Yeah,
but you'll be able to put velvet ropes in your mouth.
Can I do some private? Can I do some screenings of movies people actually want to see here?
Do it, dude. Film an episode live from there.
If the time ever comes that I can try to get that done, I will do that 100%. Mm-hmm. So he shoots the marlin. There was actually, when he throws the towel over the marlin, that was filmed before the scene where he shoots it. So there's actually no hole in the marlin that's underneath the towel. Yeah. Because there was actually 2 of them. There was the one he shoots, and then there was actually the one that's flopping around, which is literally like they show the mechanics of this animatronic marlin, and it's like, there's so many wires. All it's doing is this.
Yeah.
My God. But the creepy thing is the eye moving.
Yeah. That was good.
That was really good.
I really wish it cried. Like, it was so fun, sorry. like, not to be mean, but it was like,
why you do this?
That would have
to
been
me,
fucking
Roger?
hilarious.
It's so fucking funny.
Roger thought we were friends. I don't even know you. So he goes out to the tool shed, and the tools are just like, you killed our friend. Just start floating.
He was hardware too. Like, what are you talking about?
What is happening here?
He's a swordfish. It's not the same thing.
Oh my God. But yeah, he shoots the marlin. The tools chase after him. He's able to lock the tools in one of the bedrooms. And then Sandy shows up, and the funny thing is like when she shows up, she's wearing this like fancy purple dress. And I was like, this is where it starts getting a little weird, because you're like, why are you dressed so fancy when you're just coming over here to check on me?
Yeah.
Oh man. But she like bends over and then stands up and just turns into this hideous monster that I immediately thought of Dead Alive when she turns into this thing. I was like, oh my God, it's Mother. Where's the lawnmower?
Turns on the vacuum vag and starts pulling him in. Like, oh God.
God damn it.
Just watch the movie. You know what we're talking about.
Oh God. But yeah, he just blasts her. He doesn't even think twice. He's like, boom, boom. Just right out the door, which is great because when she gets shot and she's on the the deck or the porch, Harold hears it and he looks out his window, but he can't see her. He just sees Roger with the gun. So he's just concerned that Roger's is gonna kill himself. So he calls the cops. And I'm
surprised more people weren't alarmed. Like, just drop. Like, that seems like a nice neighborhood. Just be discharging firearms.
But that's the thing. So this movie really plays mind games with you because
it does. True.
It's one of those moments where is this creature that he killed that was his wife, was it real?
Yeah.
So when you say like no one heard this and no one sees this, maybe there just wasn't anything to see. It's more in his head.
Is this like in the Conjuring movies where like it's almost like it secludes them? It's almost like a pocket dimension thing at times where like sound doesn't travel and stuff like that.
I mean, we do see,
like you said, the gun may not have been loaded at all. He may have just been like in his mind to be like, and that never happened.
Because the monster turns back into his wife, and then he's of course sad because he thinks he killed his wife. He hides her in Harry Potter's bedroom. In the room under the stairs.
Quiet, Harry.
Imagine he's in the corner. He's like, not another one.
We'll do it again.
Just keep an eye on that. Make sure it doesn't move.
What do I do, Ron?
He hasn't met Ron yet. But the cops show up. There's the tense moments. It's like, will the cops discover the body? The cop needs.
One of these cops is I don't think we mentioned him, is played by Stephen Williams, who plays Duke in Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday.
No fucking way.
Yeah. Well, as soon as I heard him talking, I'm like, I know that fucking voice. And then I looked it up and that's him.
He was
also Rufus in Supernatural, if anybody watches that.
Oh.
He was also in Birds of Prey, The Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
Somebody watched that movie?
I did. I actually liked it.
It's actually not as horrible as you would think it would be, which is weird.
I'm still am checked out of comic book movies, so like that was kind of my
That's fair.
But that's fair. I was just making the jokes.
He was in
I hope people did like it.
5 movies in 1985. He was in Missing in Action 2, International Airport, Better Off Dead, Silent Witness, and House. And in House, he's just cop number 4. And in Better Off Dead, he's just tree trimmer.
Yeah.
He had nowhere to go but up.
He was in Walker, Texas Ranger.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
He wins against the Walker.
He played the police captain in Birds of Prey, and he was in 2017 It.
Really?
Yep. So
Tree trimmer again.
Yeah. No, it was actually a cop. He plays a cop in most of the movies he's in. At least later ones.
I dig it though.
But you get the moments where the cops like are close to discovering the body. The one cop's like, I need to use your bathroom. And I just like, Roger, I swear Roger hasn't slept at all. He's like, well, just go in there.
And please don't take a shit underneath my stairs. It's not where the toilet's at.
Help me. Why do you have why does it sound like a little British boy under your stairs? Don't worry about it. I'm a ventriloquist. Very good. Please leave.
He is of age and he is my servant.
So none of that is good.
My butler.
This is all incriminating. Yes. Moving on. So he's getting coffee for the cops, and Harold's there too because Harold's very nosy because he wants to see what's going on. And we get another instance of the cop seeing another piece of art that's all weird. Like the cop's like, interesting. He's like, yeah, she had a wild mind, my aunt there. Yeah. Okay, moving on. And this is because that was the one that we see the cop check out is actually the one that has all the flying tools in the naked woman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's like the foreshadowing of what we've already, well, not foreshadowing because that would be before. I don't know. It's a word to describe something we've already seen. There you go.
Just shadowing.
Yeah, shadowing. It's just shadowing. Before, get out of here. But he notices his gun's gone too. And it's like, what's going on? He's like, oh, nothing. You guys can go. Bye.
My gun.
Yeah.
You found this, sir. It's not your gun.
Yeah.
It's found cake.
So he goes to the room under the stairs, and was it gone? I think the monster was gone.
Yeah.
The monster
body's
was
not
gone.
Yeah, and he goes upstairs. This is where he has like the fight with the monster, where it just has the gun and it's just fucking hitting it with the barrel.
Yeah.
I will say, like, we've been jesting about it, but the whole scene, like, after he shoots the monster and he thinks his wife, is actually pretty good because you don't.
Oh yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it's all played straight.
To be honest, when I saw this earlier this year and I saw that scene, I legit thought, like, oh shit, he killed his wife. Like, how is this going to play out? Because I hadn't remembered anything about this movie. So I was like, oh wow, this took a real dark turn. Because this was, like I was saying, so Fred Decker, when he wrote this movie, he wrote it as like a straight up horror movie. And Ethan Wiley actually came in and made it a horror comedy. He brought the comedy to the movie. So without Ethan Wiley, this would have been a very different movie. Maybe it would have been good because it was still Fred Decker at the, with the script, but I like the direction we get where it's very much like, oh, that's hilarious, to the point where it's like, oh my God, that's so dark. Because like when that monster shows up, I'm laughing. Like that thing looks so ridiculous. Yeah. It's hilarious. And then this fight between them is so good because it's just like bonk, bonk. Like you're just waiting for like Looney Tunes sound effects to just be prominent throughout this whole thing. And it gets to the point where he tricks the monster into getting hit with the flying tools, and it decapitates the monster.
It's pretty sweet.
It's so good.
Just picks up the head and just like looks at it, puts it in a bag, and then has to like drag it down the stairs. And then he has this whole interaction with Tanya, the neighbor, who of course is swimming in his pool.
Because his aunt used to let her do it. And since she's gone, I'm sure that deal is still on, right? Yeah. Because when new people move into a house that you used to have a deal and you just do whatever you want still. That's how life works.
I'm sorry. I don't think he gave one fuck. And to be honest, I wouldn't have gave a fuck. Why?
Yeah.
But who's like, I don't know how long the lady's been dead. Who the fuck maintaining the pool? Is that like still going?
I know, it's so blue.
It's very nice.
Like there's no way that he's touched it. It'll be green by now.
You don't know shit about pools.
Unless she came over to take care of it. I don't know. But
she ain't taking care of shit.
I mean, she's taking care of her body. That's all I know. Because you're just like, you're as distracted as Roger in this scene. You're like, she's saying things. I don't know what she's saying, but she's talking to me.
Words.
She really wants to get to know him, and in an intimate way, in a weird way of saying it. She's like, I like to play. And I was like, sure you do. But it wasn't what she meant. Or at least what we thought she meant. Oh yeah.
She knew what she meant. He didn't fucking know.
But this whole
preying on dudes.
But this whole interaction is great because as he's talking to her, like you see the hand start to move and he's like pinning it down so she doesn't like grab onto her. And then she like walks away and he's like beating the shit out of it with the shovel. Yeah. It's so good. Oh.
When she turns around, he's like, you see nothing.
And he chops her up into, well, we don't see it, but he chops her up into smaller pieces because then you see like fucking 40 holes in his backyard.
Who taught this man how to dig holes? You don't leave the mound like 6 inches high.
No.
You bury it so it's actually flush with the grass, and then you put some grass seed, and then no one will ever know.
Nope.
Yeah.
But instead, you made these mounds, so people are going to come over and go, what happened here? You might have a woodchuck problem or something. But yeah, the hand gets dug up by Harold's dog, and he just runs away with it, and then nothing happens with the dog. You never see the dog again.
Nope.
So either the monster hand killed the dog, but we're just gonna pretend like it just dropped it and the dog got away. But then
it's not like arachnophobia.
No.
Like a bird picks it up,
just gets bit, just
the bird the hand just chokes it out midair. Fuck.
So as he's trying to figure out where the hand went, Tanya shows up and she's like, oh yeah, so I told you I wanted to play. And then you see a child walk out.
He's like, man, that's illegal.
And she's like, oh,
what a weird interaction.
Oh my God, this is awful. He literally
thing is fucking weird.
she's like, oh, it would be so great if you could babysit for me. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, no, I'm not going to do that. Like, what in your right mind would you just leave your child with someone you literally met 5 minutes ago? And also,
and
does
not
this
only
man
that,
look
like
stable?
from being on the outs. Yeah, exactly. Like looking on the outside, like if we didn't see what Roger has been seeing and we're just seeing what George and possibly her has been seeing, he is the last fucking person on this planet I want around a child or people in general.
Yeah.
Because he seems insane.
This is a part of the movie that where I kind of go, I don't think we needed this. Like, I feel like they could have cut this entire interaction and the movie, it wouldn't have changed anything with the movie.
The more creepy stuff.
Right. The only reason I think it's here is so we could get another attack scene. So we could be like, look at what the ghost can do. Like, look at
and this time he like saves the kid. So he feels like he's sort of redeeming himself in a way, but they don't even really play up on that at all.
He's redeeming himself and showing that he's stronger than the house thinks, because the house is trying to play into his weaknesses and he's fighting back. This is just Monster House. You ever seen Monster House?
Monster House is a great movie.
It's a great animated film. The animation may not look the best in 2025, but the story is awesome, and I watch it at least 3 times a year, all within like a month.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm listening to y'all, and like in this is just this scene of him just wailing on this marlin with a hammer.
It's that scene where he's hitting the freaking
it's so
the pointy end.
Why won't you stop moving?
I thought we were friends.
I thought we had something special.
It's your friends, not food.
Oh shit, they are.
But all I could think of when she's asking him to babysit, I'm like, this fucking bitch. Like, fuck you. No. I want no part of this.
He says he took him to the bathroom, and I'm like, you just met.
He attacked this kid. I mean, I get he was trying to save this kid because he had a monster, like, mutant hand on its back, but like, he still attacked. This kid is terrified. This was Steve Miner's kid, by the way.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Poor guy.
So this kid, I 100% could see actually being terrified in this moment. Just like, I don't know what's happening.
Gotta learn sometime.
But yeah, if I was the mom, I'd be like, absolutely not. Let's go, son.
Yeah, you don't listen. I don't like anybody's kids for the most part, but mine. I'm certainly not taking another kid to the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's
Not especially a kid I met 30 seconds ago.
No. Like, here's your stuff. Figure it out yourself. Don't make a mess.
Yeah.
Or you're going to live with Harry under the steps.
Fucking Harry's in the corner in the fetal position. I just want to get out.
Harry,
you can't get out.
Body. I just want to sock.
You must have gave Dobby a sock. Dobby is free now.
Just please give Dobby a sock, please, Mr. Please, Harry, sir. Give Dobby a sock.
Here's your sock, Harry, but don't jizz in this one.
Imagine Dobby gets that sock. That's the sock Malfoy gives him. So the sock I had.
Here you go, Dobby. It's a little stiff. You might want to wash.
He's like, I'm free. Oh, so we get more Vietnam flashbacks. This is where we see Ben's death. We see that he gets shot. Listen, this isn't funny, but the scene is shot in a very with humor involved, because when Ben is shooting the Viet Cong or whoever he's shooting, they're falling like when you're at the carnival and you're playing the game where you're shooting the little targets and they just fold over. That's what these guys are doing when he's shooting them. They're not like falling normal. They're just like dink 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 dink. It's like, I was just waiting for that sound to start playing. Like, what the hell is going on?
That sounds about right.
But then Ben gets shot, and then we're back to like the house, and Roger is again at his computer trying to write more of his book. The TV's on his ex-wife's awful soap, and the boy is just crying. I felt so bad for this kid. He just wants his mom.
Mom, save me! This dude's a piece of shit.
But you know what, Roger, good guy. He's like, your mom will be here soon. Don't you worry. He's like, the kid is legit crying. There's no way this is fake. This kid is sad.
Here you go, kid. Here's a shotgun.
I guarantee they were like, his mom is actually off screen, and they're just like holding him back, like, you can't see your mom until you do this scene. Like, perfect. Shoot it.
He just wants some goldfish.
Yeah.
They won't even feed him.
Daddy, I'm scared. Quiet. We're shooting the scene. Be quiet.
And they're watching the god awful soap opera
it's
his wife is
terrible.
on. And one of the lines that the dude says is, she says like, "Oh, you abused my sister. I can never forgive you." And he's like, "I can't hide the fact that I've been a male prostitute my whole life." And I'm like, what is happening in this fucking show? And this kid is watching it.
What did this have to do with this? I'm very confused.
There has to be cartoons on somewhere, right? Or just turn the fucking TV off.
Literally. Yeah.
That's why he was crying, because he was forced to watch this garbage.
I'd cry if I had to watch that shit.
What's a male prostitute?
What does it mean?
He said words I don't know. I don't want to know.
If this kid was really watching this, that would be the questions that would come out.
Oh,
what does that mean?
But then he just gets yoinked off this couch and gets abducted by the creepiest children I've ever seen in my life.
Just like fucking garbage pail kids.
It is.
Yes.
Oh man, it looks like if you took Lock, Shock, and Barrel from
Nightmare
Before Christmas and made them live action, that's what they would look like.
Yeah, that's so fucking good. Yeah.
Oh my god, because those long smiles and they're like holding them as they're in the chimney, and there's like the tug of war.
They were
I was
so
like,
fucking creepy.
And this kid is just getting pulled, not knowing what the is going on.
He seems to be having a good time.
He doesn't seem too concerned by this. He's like, this is fun. This is playing.
Just don't look up.
Watch that shit show I was just watching.
Just don't look up, son. Just don't look up. You're gonna have nightmares for years. Just looks up. It's fucking the creatures from where the wild things are up there. Oh my god! Oh, but then he saves him, and his mom comes back in the nick of time. And
he gives him a bath first.
That's right. They have
again,
like a cute
this
little bath
child
time.
that he just met.
Yeah,
he gives him a bath.
That's even worse than taking him to the bathroom.
Yeah. But they make it where it doesn't seem weird. Like it's just like like he's doing it like he's his actual dad. Like it's weird. Don't get me wrong. It's very weird. But the way that they shoot it doesn't make it as weird. Because you're just like, yeah, you can just pretend like he's his dad. It's not like they're doing it. They're not insinuating anything weird happens. But yes, it is very weird.
He's like, hey, kid, you got a dad? Nuh-uh. If I play my cards right, you might.
I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now. Oh, that's Steve's line. I'm sorry. Sorry, Captain.
So the last note I have about this kid is that his haircut is awful. He has a bowl cut. It's
Holy
a bowl
shit.
cut into a mullet. That is 100% what that is. Bowl cut into a mullet.
I have seen that in this day and age.
He moved while he was getting the haircut. They actually had a bowl on his head.
They tried to get the full bowl cut, but he kept moving too much. They're like, all right, we got to stop here. We can't finish.
Unfortunately, one of the worst things about living where I live is like some people think haircuts like that are okay. That is the...
I would rather see
Just saying.
the mullet cut than the rat tail.
Oh,
just saying.
rat tails are off.
Yeah, the rat tails in this day and age need to fucking go. I see one every like once in a while still, and it's still too much. It's still too much.
It's the man bun for me. I just can't. I can't with the fucking man bun. I can't do it.
When I'm walking around, man bun bothers me, but when I walk around and I see rat tails, I'm just like,
you literally want to have scissors in your pocket, and you just want to walk up and go, flip.
Yeah. And I'm like,
God,
here, I'll mail this to your. No,
you don't tell him. You just do it and you walk away. He'll figure it out.
It's like 12
Nothing you can do about
it. Boys that do it.
Sorry if anybody listening has a rat tail. I'm sure you're beautiful on the inside. Your hair is terrible.
We love you,
and it's okay,
but it's the worst haircut.
Please
and
come
it's okay
visit
to
me
live in
so I can
trailers.
listen
It's
to
just a
it.
joke.
Just saying.
We've lived in trailers before multiple times.
Yeah, I know plenty of people who lived in trailers. Not every trailer. There's actually some fucking trailers that are nicer than houses.
Yes, there are.
Yeah,
very true.
Oh yeah.
It's just a stereotype.
It is. Parker's doing hand gestures. So if you watch the video version, you'd be able to see those.
So Harold comes over and he's going to help Roger with a raccoon problem he has in the closet. And Roger opens up the closet. The monster shows up and Harold actually sees it. So it kind of gives us the idea like, oh, okay, so Roger's not the only one seeing the things in the house. Like other people can see it.
At least he's not crazy.
Just halfway.
Imagine Harold's day where he just shows up and he's like, oh, cool. Okay, I'll help you with a raccoon problem. Immediately sees this monster. Immediately sees this guy just get absolutely yoinked into this closet.
Yep.
Bye. I was just like,
don't let go of me. I'll never let go of you. It's the last thing I do.
Yeah.
Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah.
And he starts doing this thing that I probably would have done if I saw one of my friends or just a guy I've known for a couple of days just disappear into a closet. I would drink heavily.
Oh, yep.
I don't know if I would have stayed in the house though. I think I would have gone home.
No. That's yeah.
Do you think Harold hanging on to Roger inspired James Cameron?
Maybe.
I'm gonna go with yes, James Cameron, you fucking hack.
Well, he was definitely. He probably has seen this movie. I'm assuming. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna write that down for later.
Yeah.
Oh, let go.
Remember that idea? We'll use it. We'll change it.
Imagine Jack's husband is like, you bitch. There was definitely room.
There was.
There was.
I will fight that.
James Cameron proved there was not enough room.
I will stand.
I'm not even kidding. The last documentary for the 25th anniversary of the movie, or no, it was for either the anniversary of the movie or the anniversary of the sinking. He did a documentary like with new evidence and all that stuff, and they actually did an experiment where they got the same size door. They recreated the door, and then they had two people try to lay on it, and they determined that if they both were laying on it, that the door would have been weighed down so much that they would actually have been touching the water enough where they both would have died. So
we still want them both on the door.
Oh, I know. I just love that James Cameron went out of his way to spend ridiculous amount of money to do this experiment, because it probably costs the budget of some indie films to do an experiment to just go, fuck you. He wouldn't have been able to be on the door.
You know what? Yeah.
All right, James.
That would see.
Thanks.
Listen, I know the guy makes really good movies, and I know a lot of people like sucking his dick. But like this is
in that order.
Yes, this is the kind of shit that just screams, yes, this is James Cameron. The fact that he's like, I've got enough money, I'm just gonna go out and fucking prove it, instead of being like you said, like, dude, listen, I just made the movie this way because I wanted to make the movie this way. And I think that would have been a fair answer. But he's just like, oh, I'm gonna show you motherfuckers.
You want to know my favorite thing about modern James Cameron? Other than the fact that he goes down to the Titanic like 30 times a year and goes, "Yeah, I didn't implode."
Yes.
Was that too soon? Was that too soon?
I think it's
never.
Listen, there was a child. There was a child on that. So
yeah.
Remember, it was a bad thing.
That was an awful thing led by an awful person.
Yeah.
But James Cameron, my favorite thing about modern James Cameron is that every time he does a documentary or he is in an interview for something, he's always wearing a Fox Racing shirt.
Why?
He always has like he's about to go like jump on a dirt bike and ride away. Like he's always wearing Fox Racing apparel, and I'm just like, so random. Why? It's like behind the scenes making of Avatar, and it's like he's always wearing a Fox Racing shirt. How many shirts do you have? It's the same shirt, but it's like 40 of them.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So the scene when Roger gets sucked into the closet, his actual William Katz's son visited the set that day. Bad day to visit the set, and actually watched his dad get sucked into this closet. Let's just say he didn't have a good day.
That's not good.
Lots of childhood drama on this movie.
Imagine that. You're still having this kid's like 45 now. Still having nightmares.
Go interview all these kids.
Yeah, this is his son's Vietnam.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna try to see if I can find William Katt's kid, and I'm just be like, can I interview you and just ask you one question? I need to know your experience visiting your dad on the set of House.
He explains it. You're like, all right, you can go.
All right. Well, that was great. Thanks. Have a good day.
Great interview. Bye.
Maybe he's an actor.
Might be.
But yeah, when he's sucked into the door, he gets sucked in back to the Vietnam flashbacks. And this is when Ben, he goes to Ben after he gets shot, and Ben wants him to put him out of his misery, but he can't do it. So but then the Viet Cong show up and they start shooting at him, and he like runs away, and Ben is pissed. He's like, I'm gonna get you, Roger, if it's the last thing I do, as he's getting like dragged out of the jungle. I'm like, oh, Jesus. And he's able to get back to the house, and Harold is just sitting there with a booze bottle in his hand. I'm like, yep, I probably would have done the same, but I wouldn't have been 5 feet from where someone got sucked into a closet. But
I'd be at home.
Yeah, I would have. Oh, yeah. Which he does.
Doors locked.
I just. The funny thing is whenever something crazy happens in this house, it's like it's super intense, and then once that event is over, it kind of just goes about the day. Like Roger just kind of is like, yeah, all right, time to just do things again. Like after he comes back from that, he picks drunk Harold up and brings him home. Just like, I didn't just get sucked into a closet and sent back to Vietnam.
He's a good neighbor.
So Roger goes back downstairs to look at that painting from before, and he notices something that he didn't realize the first time, and that was that there is actually a reflection of somebody in the bathroom mirror, and it's his son. So he goes upstairs, he tries to do certain things, and then he smashes the mirror, and it turns into like this black abyss. And this is when a tentacle monster, so a Cthulhu-like monster, just starts reaching out and starts grabbing him. I'm like, what is going on? Like, this house is.
It looked like the Xenomorph's tail.
Oh yeah, kind of did. Yeah, I just thought it was like octopus fucking tentacles, just like. Woo!
Yeah, there's all kinds of weird shit just coming out of this mirror. Like, none of it makes any sense, and that's why I love it. But it's so good.
But then it just stops. It's just like, okay, I'm done. I tickled you enough.
No, he gets the straight razor.
The straight razor, yeah.
That's
He starts
right.
hacking at the hands and stuff, and the thing's grabbing him.
But the funny thing is once the monster disappears, he goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna go in there.
Yeah.
I was just attacked, but I'm gonna go in that hole. That seems like
Rappel down.
Good time." Yeah, he rappels down, and that's when we meet the flying demon monster, which is really cool, dude. This is Evil Dead. This is like it looks like it's ripped straight from Evil Dead, but it's awesome. This was actually the second iteration of this creature, because the original one was actually just like a hodgepodge, like put together creature that they were trying to figure out how to make it look good, flapping its wings. It was literally like a mechanism that would but it didn't look natural. So they were just like, yeah, we're gonna do like a claymation puppet type thing, and that's what we get in the movie, and it looks way better.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is like, I guess the war demon, the closet monster, it took a long time to build this thing. It was like at one point they said they had to work like 27 straight hours to finish it.
Holy
and it's
shit.
It was one of those moments where like they went to the premiere for the movie and they were like, oh, that's it. That's all they used of it. Yeah. It's like we put so much time to it, but that's just movie making. That's just how it works.
It looks good though.
It looks great.
Yeah.
I just wish like you could they just really need to have like a museum of like effects for like horror movies across the decades, because I would 100% travel to wherever that is and just see all these awesome, puppets and animatronics and all that stuff. The problem is a lot of the stuff doesn't last because of the material it's made with, so it like deteriorates so fast. I mean, we talked about it when we talked about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, and that horrifying picture of that deteriorating Turtles costume. You're like, oh no, that is nightmare fuel. So I can only imagine. Have you ever seen the pictures of like the deteriorating gizmos from the first Gremlins?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Especially the Godzilla suits.
Yes. Especially like the one, it was like the gizmo that they would use for close-up shots because it was supposed to look like it was a close-up shot, but it was actually like it was a head. It was about this big, so that the camera could just be at a normal distance. And they still had those, but it's like all of the fur is gone. It's like the skin is like gone. It's just eyeballs and this like massive head, and you're like, oh my, that is sleep paralysis demon right there. That's gonna give me nightmares.
It's like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh my god. We go to an abandoned Chuck E. Cheese. I don't like this anymore. Oh. So he goes down there. He fights off the demon monster, and he shoots the rope into the water.
The flying demon monster steals the shotgun from Roger.
That's right.
And then it does the cool little flip.
Yes, it does.
And then shoots the rope.
I was like, I love that they added that little flip, like whoosh, whoop,
yeah.
Yep.
So
This
unnecessary. It's
is
so great.
my boomstick. Just one. Now, Dan, do you think the demon monster would have have enough strength to hold that shotgun with one arm?
I guess it depends on how stout you are. I mean, I've seen people do
The demon
I've seen
monster
people
probably a lot stronger than us.
Yeah, it could probably take it.
Yeah. I don't know. I just like that it just flies away though. Just like, see ya.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So you find out that his kid was just being held prisoner in this nightmare Vietnam flashback land that is being patrolled by the zombie version of Ben.
Yep.
So he gets his son, Jimmy. He gets out of there. But guess what? Somebody follows him. And that is Ben. And he is not looking very good because he's a zombie now.
He's a little decayed.
Yeah. One of the effects that doesn't work great in HD is Ben's costume because you can actually see the actor's mouth
in the mouth,
under when he's talking, which is like it's not that big of a deal, but it, like after a while I was like, it's so hard not to like look at it. Like I'm trying not to look at it, but I know it's there, so I'm just like, all right. Richard Mole wasn't in the costume. He was only Ben before he dies. So this was a completely different actor. Yeah. So yeah, he chases him around. You get this fight between them both, and you get like the whole thing where Ben shows up, and then Roger goes and has to like escape through on the roof, get like a roof chase, and then we get the whole thing. I love when Ben is shooting his machine gun, and he runs out of ammo, and his line is "Back from the dead, run out of ammunition."
That's so good. It's so dumb, but so good.
Then Roger and Ben, they like fist fight. And it's actually a pretty good fight. Like, I feel like Roger's actually getting some good punches in. He knocks him onto the stairs, but then Ben's a big ass guy. It's like 7 feet tall. It's a monster. You good?
Charles Mole is 6'8".
It's close enough. Close to 7 feet.
I was like, damn. I just looked that up. I was like, dang,
he's a
tall.
big boy.
Yeah, I think Kane Hodder was the stunt coordinator on this.
Yep. This was his first movie where he was a full-on stunt coordinator.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's actually in the documentary that's on the Blu-ray where he talks about that.
Yeah, you're going to meet him in Bless in a month. About a month.
And I can ask him about it.
How was House?
How was being a
The
stunt
show?
coordinator on
No, the
House?
movie you were in.
No, the movie that he wasn't in it. He was
Is
just
a part of.
He was the coordinator.
Yeah, sorry.
So what the hell?
Is that a square?
No, sometimes I write notes and I'm just sometimes I go, what did I mean by this?
Yeah,
But,
no, I understand. I do it all the time. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah. So Ben gets the upper hand and then Roger like crashes through a door and there's just a cliff there now.
Yep.
Like, all right, sure.
Normal.
Okay. Are we still in like Ghost World? What is happening here? I just want to know, like, is this cliff real? Like, is this got to be some figment of?
I don't understand the rules of this house and the demons and like even the way like Roger and Jimmy get back, they just swim in the water and it's like, and now we're in the pool, portals, like. You kind of have to just like put logic out the fucking window. Like,
well, yeah, because they go to the weird world, the flashback world, and then they repel back to the house. But is the house just like, yeah, fuck you? You're still in dream world.
Yeah.
Freddy's in the corner. You're in my world, bitch. And you're like, whoa, this isn't fair. Kane Hodder's in the corner, like, I'm gonna beat your ass, Freddy.
Yep.
But yeah, the cliff was weird. Love the matte paintings though that they use for a lot of these shots, especially like when you see Roger hanging from the cliff, the house, pretty much everything is a matte painting except
and
for Roger.
It still looks good.
Oh, it looks great. Matte paintings, they like, movies need to use them more. They don't use them enough. Like one of my favorite shots with matte painting is the end of Gremlins when the old man is walking away with Gizmo at the end, and it's just like the snow, and it's just the only real thing is what he's walking on, but everything else is just a matte painting, and it looks gorgeous. More matte paintings in movies. So yeah, Roger's hanging off the cliff. You think it's the end, but then Ben gets the belt and he gets yoinked off the cliff and he falls, and you think he's dead. You're like, yay, movie over. No, there's still a little bit left. Ben just shows back up again. He's like, you're in my world, bitch. And you're like, what is happening? Roger's like, somebody really needed to give me a rule book for this, because I would really like to understand what the hell is happening and why it's happening. The thing is with this movie, there's really no explanation to why everything is happening in this house. It's just like randomly, like, how long was the aunt living in this house before it was like, the house is like, okay, I'm going to fuck with this bitch so that she kills herself. And then I'm going to fuck with everyone else who comes in here. Like, how long did the house, like, was something going on?
Is it the house itself, or is it Ben doing the haunting? Like, Ben's obviously the one that took the kid, but is he responsible for like everything that's happening, or was there already something happening there?
Oh.
None of those questions are really answered, but it could just be Ben doing it, but I don't really know.
That's true, because there's really no, like, all the ghosts or creatures that Roger encounters are like things that have to do with his past. So like you have the war, the war demon. It's called a war demon, and it's supposed to be all the faces of the guys that he served with, is what I was when I was watching behind the scenes. So maybe that actually makes a lot of sense, Steve. I actually, watching this movie, I never really put that together as it being like, no, Ben is the one who's 100% behind everything that's going on. I just thought the house was just being a dick. Like, and Ben was just I'm going to take advantage of that. House, we're going to form a friendship. And we both both fucking hate this guy.
The house was just a catalyst for Ben to be able to do what he wants to do. So
yeah, it makes a lot of sense. But it's the It Chapter 2 effect at the end of this movie, where it's just like, I'm not afraid of you anymore. And he's just like, oh, you're not afraid, so what am I supposed to do? I'm not strong anymore. What am I supposed to do? He just like he starts shrinking and melting. I can never get that last scene in It Chapter 2 out of my brain of Pennywise just turning into a fucking fried egg.
I hated that part.
And he just shoves a grenade in his chest and then blows him up. Fantastic. Blows up the house, technically. And then, guess what, guys? Judy didn't die. It was all just in his head. Because Judy shows up and she's reunited with her son. And then we get a freeze frame of Roger as he comes out. It's just like, like, what? There's no explanation. Right? It's just like, nope. He beat the bad guy. Son reunited with family. Thumbs up as he comes out, and there's just flames behind him as this house is burning down. And that's it.
I wish we would have got like a jump freeze frame, or like him sliding on his knees like earlier in the movie.
No, he needs to click his heel.
That would have been classic. That would have been so classic. That's so good. But yeah, that is the plot of 1985's House.
Do you like horror movies?
Do you like hanging out with your buddy?
Do you like cracking jokes and having a good time?
Do you just like fun?
Well, consider checking out Spoils of Horror. We are an hour-long podcast that comes out every single week.
We're not doing reviews. We're just going to hang out, talk about the movies we love with each other, and hopefully the ones you love too.
Covering everything from the popular, the lost, the forgotten, and the bizarre.
If you're looking for a good podcast and a good time, you're going to want to check us out.
We're on all major podcasting platforms, and you can find us on Instagram and Twitter.
Check it out. We'll see you there.
Now it's time to go around the room and share our final thoughts on the movie. And we'll start with our guest, Steve. What'd you think of House after your latest viewing?
Oh, I mean, I still love this movie. I will probably always love this movie. Like I said, this was one of the first times though I really like paid attention to the music, and I'm like, this is one of the reasons I love this movie so much. And it's not like just the songs that they have in the movie, because those are so fucking hilarious as well, but like the actual score to the movie is so good.
I forgot to mention them. What were the songs?
Oh,
you're no good.
You're no good. Yeah.
There was another one because they go back to back. Isn't You're No
It's
Good?
dedicated to the one I love.
Yep.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. It's so good. But yeah, like the effects in this movie are fucking incredible. Like even though like some of it didn't age well, like we seeing into Big Ben's mouth, like the rest of it looks so fucking cool. And just the whole nonsense of it, like it's just right up my alley. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't know what the fucking rules are, but I don't know. Every time I watch it, I just have so much fun. Yeah, exactly. I just have a blast every time I see this, though. It never gets old for me.
Angela,
Yes.
how'd you feel about this movie?
I still love it. I could watch it over and over and still love it.
Well, Angela, if you don't own it
Words.
already, I will have. You should buy the Arrow Video Blu-ray. It looks
tried to
really
buy
good.
it
It's just
the
the
other day.
Blu-ray. It's not 4K, but it still looks really good. It's a good transfer.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of awesome special features on here, which is
Yeah,
actually a really cool documentary
Well,
that
you
they
can just buy it.
filmed back in 2017. But
I tried to buy Jurassic World Rebirth, and they were all out of 4Ks. I'm like, I
Yeah.
ain't buying this shit. Then I just stormed out, just like that. Yep.
I'll
My
buy
cheeks
it.
made
I'll
that
buy it
noise.
when we cover it.
That's just getting ahead of it.
Oh, sorry, Angela. Do you have anything else?
Yes, the character designs, yes, some of them were strange, but I loved them all because they were so unique. It was great.
My last thing before we move on to Dan, why did you pick this movie for your month?
Just because I know I'd watched it before, I was going through a list of all the horror movies, and I came across it, and I was like, yes. It actually wasn't the top of my list, but it was second.
Oh, very excited for the next one.
I'm excited for
As
the
I-
last one.
Oh, that's gonna be a banger. But we're gonna wait on that. Dan,
I know.
your
Yes.
final thoughts on House.
I think this movie is how it plays out is surprising, being the group of people that it's from,
Mm-hmm.
specifically like the Friday the 13th franchise. It's still got like, it reminds me of like the first Friday the 13th a little bit, where there's those kind of slow burn moments. The movie is in general for me is kind of a slower burn film.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's well made. I think I like the characters, even the goofy stuff that's in it that we talked about reminds us of Evil Dead and stuff like that. And Dead Alive. I think it's fun because it's mainly just focused on Roger. Like you get a little bit of the side characters, like Harold's great. I don't mind his wife, but that's and his kid, and I guess the neighbors. Pretty much, it's kind of relatively small cast of characters.
Yeah,
That kind of like there's some that are just in and out. And yeah, I think it's well made. It's slower. It's not a very particularly violent film. I don't think it's a particularly scary film.
this is a great introduction for if you wanted to get your kids into horror.
Yes.
Like this is, I
Yeah.
think, a perfect movie to introduce your kids because it's like you said, it's not overly violent. There's no sex. It's I think. Is it rated R?
I
Oh,
think
it is rated R,
Yeah.
but it's like a very light
fine.
R because it's probably for
Very, it's like-
language.
Yeah.
Even then, I didn't notice a lot of language either.
Yeah, maybe it's like the creature dismemberment and stuff like that. And
That's probably it. This seems like almost like
Scary
nowadays.
images.
This would just be a PG-13.
Oh
film,
yeah, 100%.
Like if this was released today.
Yeah.
But like, no, it's a good time. I agree. I tried to get our daughter to watch it with us because I was like, this movie's not that bad, but she's okay. She's a scaredy cat. That's
She
all right.
hears that it's scary, and she's like, "Nope, I'm on in the next
Even
one."
if it's remote, it won't even say it's scary, and she'll like watch 2 minutes, like 2 seconds. I'm like, I ain't staying around for this shit.
But she doesn't like watching people get hurt either.
Which is fair. That's fine. But I enjoyed it, and I think it's a movie you should watch. But to keep in mind of everything we've mentioned, and going with a little bit of an open mind, because this movie does not take itself, as we said, 100% seriously all the time. But the creatures are cool. Like the creature effects are really cool.
All the time, some of the time, right?
60% of the time, it works 100% of the time.
110%.
Yep.
Yeah, this movie is a lot of fun. It's one that I'm definitely going to rewatch probably every year. It's probably going to be a staple like during the season. I think it's perfect. You know, you kind of had a rough day at work, come home, make a bowl
Beat
of
your
popcorn.
Parker's suggestion better.
I just wanted to catch him. Yes, actually, was it? We were talking about popcorn when we were watching this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're like, man, we really want some popcorn.
I just have those random those days where I'm just like, I really just want a big bowl of popcorn.
Yep.
So
that's what. I'm sorry to interrupt your thought. I just had to be quirky. Carry on.
No, I'm just trying to recover from what you just said. I mean, I bought the Blu-ray, so it's now mine. So I will be watching it whenever I can. But yeah, it's definitely a perfect October movie. And I'm and to be honest, I'm very interested in covering the sequels at some point. Like I would love to cover the sequels. But yeah, it's a fun one. I want to see if I could try to get like my oldest to watch it. It's kind of weird with like older movies, but I think it would be.
Come on, you fucking baby, let's go watch this.
Jesus.
That's what I tell Victor.
Oh,
that's what I tell Victor.
Right.
They're like, come on. I'm thinking of like how I would address Victor. Get up, loser. We're going to Mexico.
Oh my goodness.
Can I say real quick? We watched this on Tubi, and it looked really good on there. I'm assuming it may use.
It's probably the Arrow transfer. They do have a lot of Arrow videos on there, so yeah, it's probably the same transfer. Really,
look great, and it's free. You just have a few ads you got to watch. So if you don't buy the Blu-ray, this is also another option.
That's the thing. So this is just the regular Blu-ray, and when I watch it, I'm like, this is like the perfect. It's perfect. It still has the graininess to it that you would expect from a movie from 1985, but of course it's up-resed, so it looks better than when you would watch on VHS back then. I just couldn't, if they were to be like, oh, we're dropping these in 4K, I don't know if I would buy it in 4K because I feel like it just wouldn't be worth it. Like, I don't need this. Like, it already looks great. Like, there's sometimes I look at a movie and I'm just like, I'm just going to buy the Blu-ray. I don't need to buy the 4K. Like, I just don't see, unless the 4K has more features than the Blu-ray. That's the only reason I would buy a 4K. Like for older movies.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Because like newer movies are made for 4K.
Yeah, and that makes more sense. Yeah, some older movies, the 4K doesn't necessarily suit it.
No.
Yes.
And I'm very like when I bought all the like Jaws 3 and 4 on 4K, I'm like, I haven't watched them yet, but I'm very interested to see how they look. Because they just, some movies just shouldn't be in 4K.
Yeah.
But I had to have them. I had to complete the collection.
I know the feeling.
All right, now it's time to go over to social media and see what you all had to say about House from 1985. We're going to start over on Twitter. Yes, it is Twitter. We're going to start with our good friends, the ladies from Doom Generation podcast, who just said, just watched it again recently, and it's still fun. We think so, too. Who Takes the Socks Off podcast says, loved it.
I love that name.
That's so good.
It's a great name. At TIDR Pod Show, or the Insanely Dangerous Retro Pod Show, said, it's a great movie. 3 and 4 aren't brilliant, but still watchable. I think the first one is the best one. All I know is you call your show a pod show, and I fucking love that. Because podcast is just like so. Pod show just sounds so much better.
Yeah, it does sound better.
Really does.
I'm stealing that. I don't have a podcast anymore. It's a pod show.
Yeah,
yeah.
I gotta get with Roland, our artist, and change our thing from Dissect That Film Podcast to Dissect That Film Pod Show.
Yeah.
I'm stealing that. I'm sorry. At Meeples and Wine says, this and House 2, the second story, are both a ton of fun. The best part is that you get both Norm and Cliff Clavin across both of them. One of the best lines, it looks like you got some sort of alternate dimension back there. Is that a line from the second one?
That's from the second one, yeah. The second one's a blast, too. Like, it's a much more, like, comedy-forward movie than it is, like, trying to be horror.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so funny, though. And there's an adorable dog-like creature in it, too. It's definitely worth a watch.
I love adorable dog-like creatures.
You should.
Yes.
Our next one is from @Buckeye from Mish, or David Garrett, who says, I grew up on part 4, which isn't good. I saw this in the last few years. An interesting blend of horror, comedy that's fun. William Catt is great, and George Wendt. We agree. All right, we're going to go over to Instagram. So we got a couple over there. Our first one is from Big Bad Wolf 884, who says, saw it on HBO back in 1988 or 89 and enjoyed it. It's a comfort film, something I can watch while cleaning or cooking or while I lay on my couch with a warm blanket. See? Perfect. That's that type of movie.
It is. It really is.
Our friends over at the Quad Pro Quo podcast says, I watched this movie all the time when I was younger. I feel like it was always on TNT or TBS. You know, I probably watched this on TNT, like randomly one time.
Probably, I could see that.
Yeah. And our friend Dustin from the Flicks and Friends podcast says, this movie was always double featured on Halloween after a long night of trick-or-treating with Little Shop of Horrors. It holds a near and dear place to my heart and will forever be watched on Halloween night. Love it. I love that deep history. Let's go over to the others. And no bueno. Nothing. Oh, no, we got a couple over on our Discord server. So let's check that out. The reason why Steve is here, because he commented all-time favorite. First horror I ever watched.
Yep.
That's why he's here. Spicy Dan or Daniel Collins says, I remember that picture on the VHS at a local video rental store. I vaguely remember the movie but enjoyed it a lot. I mean, it's just iconic. It's such a good poster. I got to look up who the artist was, because I know he's like a famous, like he's done a lot of like major, I'm going to look it up right now. Poster artist for House. It says the poster artist for the 1985 film House is unknown, as the artwork is attributed to the B.D. Fox Company. Huh. That is interesting. There, have you ever seen the other poster for it? I actually like the other poster. It's like a zombie hand holding the house.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, yeah. I think I've seen that one. That one's pretty good, too.
That is pretty good. But that is, because I think I also looked up, because I think the artist who did that also did the Night of the Creeps poster.
Okay.
Because I believe we talked about that when we talked about Night of the Creeps, and it was like, oh, yeah, we couldn't find the artist. Yeah, the posters for this, there's one, there's a Japanese movie poster. It's got the disembodied hand, but it's got the demon bat and and then some things that don't look like it actually happened in the movie, which I always appreciate. I love when posters show things that you just never see in the movie.
Yep. Yeah.
Old Man Brad says, oh, hell yeah. The first two House movies are a fun time. And Derek from Bad Movies, Worst People said, I actually really like 3, but it has nothing to do with the franchise. But you give me Lance Hendrickson and Brian James in an Electric Ghost movie, and I'm having a good time. I forgot that Brian James is the bad guy in that one.
Yeah. It's basically like Shocker. Almost.
Yes, that's 100%.
Yeah.
And that is it for comments. So thank you for commenting on our posts. Make sure to follow us on all the social medias. Join our Discord server. Just got to join the Patreon. You can join at the free tier and getting access to the Discord server and be able to contribute to your, to the episodes. But also follow us on social media so you can comment your thoughts on the movies that we're covering. Now it's time for, it's time before I have Steve sell us his awesome podcast. We're going to tell you what's going on for the next couple weeks, because we got some bangers coming up. Next week is another episode of the Monster Zone, and it's our new episode of the Monster Zone, which Mikey is part of. And Angela decided to bring a modern monster movie to the table. Angela, would you like to share what we are talking about next week?
Velocipaster.
We're talking about,
hell yeah.
We are talking about the masterpiece known as Velocipaster.
I may or may not own it on Blu-ray.
Hell yes.
Oh, I am so excited to watch this movie. You know what I'm doing? I am literally having people over the Saturday before we record, and
Nice.
we are watching Velocipaster. I'm watching
That's the
Velocipaster
best
with a bunch
way
of
to
people.
experience it.
Yeah, I am not watching this on my own. I am having people experience this with me. It's going to be a great time. I'm so excited. Angela, are you going to lead that episode? Are you
She
actually
is.
going
I
to lead
can.
the plot? Let's do it.
Can.
Yes. Yes.
He just
Let's-
doesn't want to take notes.
I don't care.
I'm excited.
I won't have to. I could dodge a bullet on that one. I could sit back here and like make wise cracks.
And for anyone who doesn't listen to the Monster Zone, you should really listen to the Monster Zone.
Yes.
It's a really fun show. But if you don't listen to the Monster Zone, the next episode of the Dissect That Film podcast is another pick from Angela. And we're going to be talking about 2001's 13 Ghosts. I actually really like this cover. It has the original cover underneath, but I actually like this art.
That one's
Yes.
actually not bad. It's
With all
pretty
the
good.
ghosts. This is the Shout Factory
You get it.
Blu-ray. But I'm very excited. I haven't seen 13 Ghosts in years. It has been a very long time. But I'm also very excited because we covered the director's other ghost related movie, Ghost Ship, a couple of years ago. So you should check that episode out before our 13 Ghosts episode drops. Yeah, I love Spooktober, and I love the fact that Angela picked a bunch of really fun movies. We're gonna save the last episode. You'll find out at the end of the 13 Ghosts episode, so stay tuned for that. We won't spoil unless you follow us on social media and I shared it beforehand. I'm not going to share what we're talking about for the Halloween episode. But that's it. That's what's going on the next couple weeks here on Dissect That Film. So, Steve, you host a show called Bucket of Chum, the shark movie podcast, where you talk about crazy ass shark movies that you and 4 other people watch.
Literally.
So please tell us where we can find you, and you got anything like what's going on for October for Bucket of Chum?
Yeah, so for October, I'm going to do like a bunch of kind of horror related shark movies. So for example, Mummy Shark is going to be one of them. Shark Exorcist 2. Unholy Waters
2.
Yep.
All
They
right.
finally made a sequel 10 years later. I don't think I've decided what. Oh, I'm probably going to do Ouija Shark 2 actually for the third one.
Luigi Shark. Like we just
No,
need-
Ouija. Ouija Shark.
I know. Yeah, I know.
I would watch a movie called Luigi Shark though and probably enjoy it. And the sequel
I
could
would
be the
love
Waluigi Shark.
Yes.
Wow.
It'll be green overalls and then
Wow. It just keeps wow. That's instead of dun, it's wah wah wah
Oh
wah.
my god, please don't.
Yeah, stop. We got to write this shit down, man. We start a Kickstarter with that pitch. We get at least $20.
Perfect.
Like sci-fi might go for it.
But yeah, you can find me on all the social medias at Bucket of Chum or at Bucket of Chum Podcast. And I have a Patreon, patreon.com/Bucket of Chum. I've been on hiatus for September, but I do have a Patreon episode coming out on Barracuda from 1978, I want to say. Yeah, that'll be dropping. Well, it'll already be out by the time this episode's out. So yeah.
Absolutely. The Patreon is worth it. It is worth it.
It's only a couple bucks a month, free episode every month, and episodes early when I do get to them. I sometimes don't, but you'd still get them first before anybody else does. So
it's as somebody who is a patron, it is worth every penny because those Patreon exclusive episodes are awesome. So yeah, everything for Steve and Bucket of Chum will be down in the description or in the show notes. So make sure to support Steve any way you can. And there's also other episodes that Steve's been on over here, and I'm trying to remember them all because you've been on a few. You were on for Komodo. You were also on for Curse of the Komodo, one of our few out of the Tubi episodes that we've done. We really need to get back into that. because those are a lot of fun. But that was, we did a double Komodo episode that month with Steve. And Steve, what did you were on earlier this season?
The Ghost in the Darkness.
The Ghost in the Darkness. That's right. Yeah. So now that Steve's been on a few episodes, you'll be able to go on our YouTube channel and actually go to the Steve Coates or the Captain Steve playlist, and it'll have every episode that Steve's been on for the show, so that you'd be like, oh, I want to listen. I want to check out all of Steve's episodes. Well, they'll all be nice and separated. I just made an Old Man Brad episode or playlist over on YouTube. There's an official Joey C playlist over there. So so once guests hit a certain point, they get their own playlist on YouTube. So Steve, you should feel
hell yeah,
now, baby.
I'm special. Oh, and Jaws. Jaws was the other fucking episode.
You were on Jaws.
Yeah.
How do I forget that? Because my memory is awful. I don't even remember. I don't even remember things I did a couple days ago, and I'm trying to remember things I did months ago. But we always love having you here. Thank you so much for being here, talking house with us, and you're going to be back again at some point in the future. We are always happy to have you on. So thank you, and
always happy to come on. It's always a good time.
Always warms my heart until we're done.
And
recording.
likewise for the Patreon. If you don't support Dissect That Film on Patreon, I'm a supporter of them, and it's definitely worth it. I can tell you that much.
I'm glad Steve thinks so, because every day I go, I don't know why people pay for the Patreon. But so make sure to follow us on. Just go to our LINKTREE. We have a LINKTREE/Dissect That Film, where it has all the links to all our social media, to our merch store, which is over on TeePublic, where we have we have all of our different logos. We're actually going to be, I'm going to be trying to create the special Spooktober themed logo. It's usually related to whatever, like a movie that we're covering for the month. So that'll be up on the site soon. We have a Patreon, as Steve just said, patreon.com/Dissect That Film, where for a single $1, you can get early access to episodes up to a week early. Sometimes I drop polls in there, so you guys can choose movies that we cover on the show. We're going to be doing watch-alongs or something sort of similar to a watch-along. We're still trying to figure it out. So hopefully one happened in September when you guys are listening to this, and one will be coming in October. Things are difficult, but we're trying to figure it all out. So hopefully it's worth it. But for $1, that's all we ask, because it really, what you guys give us goes right back into things that we use for the podcast. So any support financially that you can spare, we appreciate it. But if you can't do that, make sure to go to your favorite podcast apps and rate us 5 stars. Leave us a review. We're hopefully by this time we're at 40 ratings on Spotify, and we're getting close to 30 on Apple Podcasts. So if you haven't left us a rating on either one of those, or wherever you listen to podcasts that you can leave a rating, make sure to do that, because it's free and it helps the show reach a wider audience, because we want more people to come over and check us out. We appreciate all the people who have been listening to us for a long time, but we also want people who haven't listened to us to check us out and, hang out with us, because it's a lot of fun, and we think they would have a lot of fun listening. And we have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Dissect That Film, where you can watch the video version. If you're already watching us, hey, if you're not, you should go over to the YouTube channel. Just hit the subscribe button.
Yeah, if you're not, it's fine. It's totally fine if you're not watching. It's okay.
Yes.
Hit that thumbs up button. Leave us a comment on what you thought of the episode. Even if you didn't watch the video, if you just listened, you could still leave a comment over on the YouTube channel. I'm going to read them. I love reading the comments. Maybe I'll start reading YouTube comments on episodes. I've always thought of doing that, and I never remember to. Maybe I'll start doing that if I start getting some really good ones. I mean, I have been getting good ones. I don't want to say everything you're leaving is bad. I'm going to stop talking now. So yeah, support us anywhere you can. We appreciate you. Without you, we wouldn't be doing this, and we're having a blast. So until next time. Oh, wait, I got one more thing. I got to thank the patrons over at patreon.com. I want to thank Dustin Elkins, Billy Joseph Jr., Rudy5453, Bucket of Chum, the Shark Movie Podcast? What? Corey Morissette, Daniel Collins, Jordan Champion, Lone Wang, Doom Generation, Angela, Dissect That Dan, I love that you changed your name to that. Eric Stein, Robert Stewart, Jason, Anna Presley, and Lone Wolf. Thank you so much for supporting us over on Patreon, and thank you to everybody else for supporting us, period. Again, without you, the show would have been over a long time ago. But until next time, for Spooktober, I am Brett Parker. That is Dan and Angela of DNA Gaming. And that is Captain Steve Coates of the Bucket of Chum Shark Movie Podcast. And this has been episode 218. Oh, God. 218 of the Dissect That Film Podcast. We'll see you all again on the next one. So stay spooky, my friends. And if you hear the doorbell ring and there's nobody out there but a floating hand, don't answer it. That's bad. And don't open the closet after midnight. All right? No. Bye.